and welcome to today's video. Today's video is a huge one for me. I am super excited and I hope you guys enjoy it. Today's video is my 100th video, so I'm unveiling something special for you guys. And also overnight, we hit 200 subscribers and we've been counting and we've been growing since. I am super ecstatic. I couldn't be happier. I'm so thankful for you guys. I am currently working on some things to try and get you guys some more benefits and rewards just to show you guys how thankful I am. I'm not sure when anything will be coming out and coming around for that. Hopefully there's going to be a new giveaway, I wouldn't say soon, but coming up. I already have some things in the works for that and some plans, just working on finalizing it, and I really hope you guys enjoy all the things that are coming. Thanks to you guys, I am able to do a lot more with this channel than I could have ever imagined. And all these videos are really because of you guys, so thank you so much. Thanks for subscribing and watching these videos, sharing them, giving them likes, commenting, joining the Discord, and all the support you're giving me. It's mind-blowing, and I am really, honestly, genuinely thankful for you all. So I really do hope you like the things that I'm doing and the things I unveil today and I'm working on unveiling in the future. Anyways, I'm going to get to that, so let's do this. So, if you look at most other channels, they all have something that they do, once a month or periodically as new characters are released. For instance, Casino has his tier list, Tony Bing has his tier list for his in-depth reviews, OMG has his top 10 characters list, and so on and so on and so on. So, for you guys, I decided to try and do something similar, but with my own flair and something a little different. So, everyone else is is general for just overall in the game. So I wanted to do a tier list, but for one specific mode. I wanted to do one on raids, because a lot of people really work on raids and they really want to get the most out of their characters. They want to figure out how to build the raids. A lot of my most successful videos have been raids. Raid videos, so I wanted to do that. But there's some issues to consider. First off, raids, that's very general. I wanted to do every individual character, so does that just mean that any synergy is nothing, or do I only count synergy? What about teams that are really only good for a specific node or one node? What did I do about that? Well, I decided to make 3 different tier lists for raids. And I'm going to show you what they are right now. And here we go. Here is my first raid ranks, is what I'm calling it. Here is my first raid ranks list. And you can see this graphic I made. I have been working on this really hard. I'm sure there's some mishaps and such. But basically, this is the basic one. And how this one here works is, it is ranked upon if you grab a character and you just kind of put them in a team. You don't necessarily build a team all around them. You don't avoid synergies, but you're not necessarily putting them in their full team. So how do they work as an individual? And so here's how the ranking works. We have 4 tiers. No, which means just don't use them. Why? Which is, why would you use them? Because there's better options. Why not? Because the character is good and can be used. And then the highest tier is yes. That means you should be using them. Definitely use them if you have them. So the lowest is no, then it goes to why, then why not, and then it ends with yes. And now, in order to get a low, medium, high, I decided to kind of take some terminology from the game. I say I decided, but honestly, it was my girlfriend's suggestion. So thank you a lot to her. Really, she helped a lot with this. And so the lowest point for each tier is basic. Then a little higher up is special, and then the highest is ultimate. So overall, the highest tier is ultimate yes, and the lowest tier is basic no. So I can't go into every single character and why I put them all here at this point. Maybe I'll work on some videos breaking them down more specifically. But now all these characters are there. I put a lot of thought. Now I might move some around based on suggestion. Again, if you guys have any suggestions or things that you see that need fixed, I will definitely work on it. But I put them there just on how I see them working. Now, I haven't used all of these characters in raids, but I had to do my best, so I really looked into their kits and tried to get the best out of it. For some examples, the reason I have those 4 characters as Ultimate Yes, Captain Marvel, Minerva, Ultron, and Carnage, are various different reasons. I have Captain Marvel there because I know we haven't used her, but she is really fast, she hits really hard, and she heals herself every turn for 20% of her health if you max that out. That's a lot of health, and if she's going fast, that's a lot of self-healing. So she can really just go on and on and on, just keep healing herself and doing a lot of damage. Minerva is there because, honestly, she's just absolutely an incredible healer. She heals passively, her ultimate heals, her basic heals, her special heals. Her special is a guaranteed revive. Her ultimate does actually pretty decent damage, stealing health from the opponents and giving it to yourself. Honestly, when you have a chance to get her, she is essential. Build her up and throw her on a raid team, and you will be shocked at how good she is. Ultron overall is just the best character in the game. I know very few of us have Ultron. There's actually a couple that do now, but just look at his kit. There's no reason why he shouldn't be there. And Carnage, he heals himself whenever an enemy drops below a certain health percentage. Now in raids, there's a lot of enemies, so he heals himself quite often. He also gets speed bar increase, and he takes a lot of turns. He's very fast, does a lot of damage. He is amazing. Now some characters that I put as basic no, the worst, would be someone like Hulk. He's just slow. He has a taunt, but he doesn't protect anyone else. He has a very low focus, or resistance, so he's very prone to lose that taunt. So he just really doesn't do any good. Now, a lot of them are a little subjective. I could get in more details about a lot, but basically, for instance, Nick Fury is not an ultimate yes because he's an amazing character even on his own, but he does a lot better with his minions, and if you take him away from them, it does hinder his kit just a little bit. I put Thanos pretty high because his synergies are very open, so it's very easy to build a good team around Thanos. You don't really need to be focused too hard on synergy, so it's just a lot of casual synergies. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, some characters that I find might be a little shocking where I put them. Magneto, I put him as a special Y, which is very low. And why did I do that? Well, on his own, in a long-term raid, he's just not that great. He's great for certain things, but he's just not great for long terms in raids. Also, another shocking thing, I do have one aim minion above no tier, and that is Aim Assaulter. He's a basic Y, and that's because he is very fast and can do a lot of damage, and I don't really see him for raids being much worse than Bullseye. Now, again, if you have any questions about any of the other specific placements of these characters, let me know, and I will gladly talk to you guys about it. I might do a individual video on all 3 of the ranks that I'm going to unveil to you as time goes on, but for now I'm just doing a general overview of these 3 things. So that is the general raid ranks. Now here we go. Here is the first special edition one, Raid Ranks Synergy. I re-ranked all of the characters. Again, every single time I did this, I started from scratch, re-looked at all the characters' kits, and then redid it from scratch and placed them all where I believe they were, based on how they work if you build a team around them. So, some obvious things. Nick Fury goes to Ultimate Yes. You get that full shield team. He's incredible in raids. Iron Fist went up from, I believe, a special Why Not to an Ultimate Yes. Huge jump for Iron Fist because of the defenders. Miss Marvel, I believe, jumped up a little bit. Punisher jumped up a lot. Groot jumped up quite a bit. Thanos is now Ultimate Yes. Rocket is definitely an Ultimate Yes, because these characters work well with others if you get the right synergy around them. Now, some characters actually went down because they felt a little more underwhelming when you really consider synergies. And some characters went up just a little bit. You can probably take a look and see who those characters are. Again, Magneto took a slight jump, but not really enough. Aim Assaulter went down to no tier. Again, Ultimate no, at least, but because if you count synergy, he doesn't really have anything to offer in that regard, and that just kind of lowers him overall. Is there anything else? Oh yes, there's also a couple of characters that I put in higher tiers than expected because they seem to shine in specific situations or random things. And I was going to make a special tier, but that was just, it was getting too complicated, so I just decided to stick with this, and I added it to this tier, and it's something I call crazy, but it just might work. You might see the biggest example here is Scientist Supreme. I have her all the way up as a basic why not. Why is that? Well, Scientist Supreme is not a very good character. You add her to the whole AIM team, it's still not very good. But if you build a specific team around who she really is as a character, and you go into the right node, Scientist Supreme could actually do really well. Should you do it? Probably not, but why not try it? So if you get a lot of debuffs all on your team, there's heal block everywhere, at the right time, and now with Scientist Supreme's turn, she can flip all of the debuffs on your team into buffs. So she really could help you. That's the reason why Ronan on his own is ranked pretty high. Groot, Jessica Jones, they all have very good value in cleanse. So wouldn't the fact of turning the debuffs into buffs be even better than a cleanse? Potentially, but the rest of her kit's pretty bad. So again, I didn't want to go crazy here, but I thought it was worth at least rewarding some specific situations in the crazy enough it just might work ideology, but that is why she is a basic why not. Again, there's probably some other characters I'm missing on explaining my placement for. I put Shield Trooper down as a basic yes, as opposed to the rest of the Shield team as an ultimate yes, just because synergy is great for him and it does help him. But if you're really wanting to go far in raids, it's better to go full healers than Shield Trooper, and he often gets left out. Just in raids, again, I think he's a great character. Anything else here? Nope, I believe the rest is pretty self-explanatory. I put the Krees as why not ultimates, and some of them as basic why not, or a basic yes, I mean, and Ronan's all the way up as ultimate yes. So there's really a lot of things moving around to consider. And now there's one last category I have for this. The final category, Raid Ranks Suicide Edition. What do I mean by this? If you are up against one node and you need to destroy that one node, these are characters that really shine in that. Yes, this can include some synergy. If you can tell, a lot of characters move down because they just don't provide as much for one node burst teams. Like Ant-Man, he fell down quite a bit. Basically, most of the minions fell a lot. Doctor Strange fell. Kree Oracle, Night Nurse fell. Luke Cage fell. Now, one interesting thing, I put Nick Fury as an ultimate Y. This is not because he wouldn't be good at it, but he's just so valuable. Why would you use him for only a suicide team? It just doesn't make sense. You really shouldn't. Again, Defenders and Fury, they can take down a node, but you really shouldn't be using them for this. Now, some characters that got the biggest jumps would be the Brotherhood. The full Brotherhood team is all ultimate yes for suicide because they can take down a node easily. They just destroy nodes. Tech teams, so a lot of the tech characters got really bumped up. Like Crossbones has not been doing too good on any of these lists, but now he's a special yes. He's a very good choice for this. Miss Marvel and a bunch of hero brawlers all got really raised up higher because Miss Marvel in a Heroes Brawler team is great for a suicide in a raid. Also, some other characters would be the Spider-Verse characters. They all got bumps up a little bit. Spider-Verse characters, if they're a Hero Brawler like Miles and Spider-Man, got bumped up for both, but didn't really get an added benefit for being usable in two teams. Also, Green Goblin got a boost because of that. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed these. Let me know if you guys see anything that you think I should adjust or have any different opinions on any of these characters or any of these ranks. Let me know if you like this. I really hope you guys do. I worked pretty hard on this. I was working on it for well over a week, and I had a lot of fun doing it for you guys. And again, I am just so thankful for everything. You guys have been absolutely amazing, and I am really enjoying this. Again, I will probably go back and do more in-depth analysis of all of these and talk about all the characters. I may one day go full Tony Bing and go over every single character, make a video for them and why I place them where they are. Maybe adjust characters as I do that, but I do know all new characters I will be analyzing in this way. So I'll make a video on each new character and why I place them where they are and how they perform in raids. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you haven't yet, you might as well hit that subscribe button now because there's a lot more content coming your way. There's also a link to a Discord there if you want to talk about anything. It's a good place to do it. You can also just comment on this video and I'll get around to responding as soon as I can. It's a little harder to respond to YouTube comments than a message on Discord, but again, I will do my very best. There's also links to a Patreon and a Tippy if you're interested in supporting this channel. That's a great way to do so. Again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this one more time, and as always, I'm here to help.